Hi guys, and welcome back to askNK. Today we have an update that has to do with something which we've talked about before, and it is the Rokoko facial capture. So the Rokoko facial capture is now available, and you can, go ahead and try this thing out. Previously when we talked about it, we talked about what they were trying to do, when it should be implemented, and now it is available, is live, and you can get it for as low or for as much, depending on where your pocket size is, for $40 per month. Now the $40 per month has to deal with the app that this ships with. So if you want to get the app that you can use to make facial motion capture, then of course this tool is for you. Now this software itself is only available for the iPhone X. It is not yet available for Android devices, which simply means that if you're making use of an Android device, you may have to wait, as Rokoko has promised that this tool will be available very soon. This tool works hand in hand with the Smart Suit Studio. And just in case you don't know who or what Rokoko is a motion capture company, or a company that is actually dedicated to creating motion capture solutions. So they have a Rokoko suit, which I have been very privileged to make use of, and it is one of the best that I can actually say you can get out there in the market, because the time that it takes for you to clean up the data is really low. I mean, after you're done making the motion capture stuff, contrary to the other ones that you get to spend a ton of time trying to fix things, the Rokoko motion capture studio itself also has filters that can help clean things like jitter and all that stuff. So what does this facial capture thing come with? It comes with the fact that you can create a couple of blend shapes. So it makes use of the Apple augmented reality kit. So this in turn actually makes it way easier for you to be able to create stuff. And the fact that the iPhone X itself has the depth sensor, or it has the true depth cameras that you can use for making motion captures, makes this one of those things that would bring facial motion capture closer and closer to the hands of people making use of it. Now the guys at Rokoko actually promises that the data from the phone and also from the Smart Suit Studio, which already works, but the data from the phone can be streamed to both Motion Builder, Unity, and Unreal via the integrations of plugins. And as it stands now, you can actually export the facial animations from Rokoko Smart Studio to other DCC apps like Maya, 3D Studio Max, Motion Builder, and so on and so forth, in forms of FBX, BVH, and CSV. FBX is one of those forms that you can actually use to transfer data from one character to another, and all those, interesting stuff. And from the skeletal data that you can stream from these things, they are also saying that they have support for things like the Maya Human IK, the 3D Studio Max biped, and it's also compatible with Adobe Mixamo skeleton. So in case you are working with Mixamo, the Newton skeleton that Mixamo owns, of course you can actually integrate this. I have not been able to try the facial stuff, but from what I've seen so far, I think it makes a lot of sense to actually get it. The price point itself is also something that is bargainable, but this tool on the other hand doesn't just come alone. It also comes with a head mount in the sense that you would actually be able to plug in your phone, wear this thing as a costume on your head, so that you can actually limit the amount of jitter that you're going to get while making the facial motion capture. The iOS version is based off, like I said earlier, the Apple AR kit for augmented reality, and it supports the standard 52 AR kit blend shapes, and actually it goes ahead to capture the data at 60 frames per second. Now I have a couple of things that I would like to ask, and I would like to know later in the future. Right now I do not have a complete idea if this is going to work with other models in the sense that if you make a custom model, how do you prepare this model so you can transfer data? Those are questions that I'm asking, and if anyone has an idea about this, I would like you to put it in the comment section so that I can also get an idea of how this thing works, because I know for sure that if you're making motion capture data, or let's say you're making things like facial performances, you need something that actually has either nodes that are related to this, or you have blend that are related to this, or I don't really know how this is going to work. Or are you actually going to export the model itself, resculpt the same model without changing the amount of vertices and all that, so that you can easily transfer this? I know it's very possible to do these things in Maya, but I'm actually just thinking about the other guys that would want to make use of this tool outside Maya for their own use. And pairing the iPhone with the studio is really simple. Compared to what you can do with other apps, this is pretty simple. All you have to do is make sure that the iPhone and the Smart Studio are on the same Wi-Fi, and then of course, yes, you can just go ahead and connect these things together. To me, I think this is one of those ways that you can bridge the gap of creating industry standard stuff by using very cheap tools. And on the other hand, I think it is actually bringing the technology closer and closer to indie artists. So if you want to get this tool is available on their website. Link to finding this is going to be in the description, where you can find out how this thing works, what you need to know about it before you can get started. All right, and if you want to get the tool itself, the tool would be costing, which is the add-on or which is the software, will be costing about $40, like I mentioned earlier, $40 per month. Depending on what you earn, this might be higher or this might be lower, depending on what project you're working on. And the hardware, which is the phone mount, which is the headphone mount, would be costing a little bit of $95 to $100. And if you want to get the facial capture thing, the entire software and everything that works with this thing, you may end up paying about $468 to $470. If you want to get the smart suit itself and you want to get the whole studio and the facial thingy all together, of course you can actually burn a couple of dollars, which might be costing nothing less than $3,000. The subscription for the app is monthly, and also subscription for the studio is also monthly. There is also a free version though, just in case you want to make use of the free version. So the free or the basic subscription of the Rokoko Studio actually enables you to only export data, but it doesn't support the integration of plugins for the facial stuff or plugins for things like motion builder and all that. And so if you're indie artist, you may probably want to use that, which simply means that you can just make your motions, export it. And so in case you want to go into motion capture and you're looking for one solution that can give you facial capture and also the skeletal capture at the same time, which is tightly integrated, I guess this might be the solution for you. So I'd like to know what you guys think about this in the comment section. What do you think about this update? What do you think about what these guys are doing? I would like you to tell me these things in the comment section below. Have you tried the Rokoko suit before? What motion capture suits are you using? Are you planning on going into motion capture? Do you have questions about motion capture? We have a couple of videos that actually talks about some of them. If you have any questions about these things, or you have ideas you want to share, please put them in the comment section below. Link to all these places will be in the description so you can find them out for yourself. And if you like this video, you know what to do. Go ahead and hit the like button and turn on notification. And if you're new here, it's going to be amazing if you can hit the subscribe button and also turn on notification. If you want to see more updates, there is going to be a link in the description where you can see updates. And if you want to find free tutorials and if you want to find free models that you can use, there is a link to our free Friday. You should go ahead and check those out. And until I see you guys again with a tutorial update, free Friday, tutorial Tuesday, tips and tricks, things like this. Peace.